paces, my lord. Perhaps 60, and the man was not fat, nor unusually tall. I have no doubt it was left so that the burden would fall upon our 100, and— Yes, I am well aware of the games played with corpses, interjected de Beauchamp testily. Father Prior winced. At least, if it has not been moved, since you found it, it may reveal something of use. I will send out my sergeant. The Lord Sheriff paused and smiled to himself. And my Lord Bradecote also. I will not have cold murder in my shire that goes ignored. Await them in the bailey. He nodded dismissal. Godwin withdrew, but as the prior made to do likewise, de Beauchamp halted him with a hand. If the body is not named, and English reproven, the 100 will pay the fine, Father Prior. There is the law, and I will have it upheld. He did not add that in uncertain times such as these, a small slice of that fine would not meet the royal treasury. I understand, my lord. At least the amercement will fall upon all, and not just Cotheridge. It is a small but profitable manor for our house. We will pray that the Lord Bradecote and Sergeant Catchpoll are fortunate in their inquiries. Your prayers will be needed, muttered de Beauchamp, as the prior departed, passing Hugh Bradecote in the passage outside the hall. Secular authority acknowledged spiritual. I am sorry, my lord, sighed the prior, which left Bradecote wondering. However, as he entered the hall, Catchpoll approached from the other direction and fell into step beside him. Looks like the Lord Sheriff does not fancy riding in the heat, my lord. He sounded cheerful, although had one heard his string of expletives upon hearing of the reason for the prior's visit, his true feelings would have been known. What has happened, Catchpoll? A body, that is what, my lord, on the Bromyard Road, or near to it as makes no difference, but not fresh either, as I hear. No wonder the Lord Sheriff has no desire for the ride, then. Bradecote wrinkled his nose. Sometimes you wish murder was confined to cold months, assuming, that is, the corpse is not some soul who simply felt ill and expired, at which point we just hope his complaint was not one we might catch. True enough, my lord, though often enough murder does seem to spread like a plague. Once you've seen one, it is more likely you will see another, like magpies. The two men looked at de Beauchamp, who had a small grim smile playing about the corners of his mouth. There is a body by the 100 border just beyond Cotheridge. Go and see what you can make of it, and if the trail is as cold as the corpse, report back to me. He managed to make it sound as if the body had been left to occasion him some minor inconvenience. Yes, my lord. Do we know— Bradecote began. We know nothing, and like as not we will still know nothing when you have poked about. But we have to make the attempt. Or rather, he shrugged, you will. It is but 4 miles distant. Take up the village reeve with you as you go, and he will show you the place. De Beauchamp brushed away a fly, but Catchpoll felt the gesture was also waving them away. Sergeant and Under-Sheriff bowed and set about obeying their instruction. Catchpoll decided he did not want Godwin the Reeve up behind him, and so they brought Walkelin, the sergeanting apprentice, and made sure his horse was sturdy. Keen to show that the body was barely within their 100, the villagers had not removed it to the church, but had covered it with old sacking, and a villager stood guard at a suitable distance upwind. The man made an obeisance that verged upon cringing, as if he expected to be beaten for his pains, and did not look the under-sheriff in the face, but gazed at the level of his lordly boots. He said nothing. Was this the man who found the corpse? Bradecote looked to the reeve. No, my lord, that was Edwin, but he's working the Priory's land today. This is Ulf. He neither speaks nor hears. And this was just as it was found? You have not perhaps moved it closer to the boundary? Bradecote raised an interrogative eyebrow, and looked towards where the ground fell away sharply to the tributary stream of the Team that marked the 100 boundary. It cut its way through the high ground in a narrow V-shaped ravine. In this summer weather it was barely more than mud, with a sluggish trickle of water slipping over it, and where the trackway from Bromyard crossed it, the sides were shallower. If the body was over a horse or on some wagon, there would be no hardship in moving it from one side to the other. Not an inch, my lord, declared the reeve, as though such a thought had never entered his virtuous and law-abiding head. All we did was cover him decent.